I, 32, have a sister, 31, who has always thought highly of herself amongst our family. Growing up, she's always belittled us, especially our single mom, calling her an idiot. Mom made several poor financial decisions back then, which caused my mom a lot of grief and made her cry on multiple occasions. She has also always scorned me since I did not finish my college degree. When I was 20, mom lost her full-time job and was only able to get part-time work. I chose to put my degree on hold and help my mom with family expenses so my sister can get through art school and my brother can finish high school and go to college. After finishing art school, my sister has since distanced herself from our family. We do get occasional phone calls. Due to COVID, my brother, 25, came to live with me so both of us can save on costs. He's occupying my spare room and we turned the living room into an office since we're both working from home. We split the cost 70-30 since I earn a bit more than him. We have built a comfortable and respectful dynamic during these past few months. Where I might be an idiot. My sister lost her job 3 months ago due to COVID. Because of that, she couldn't keep up with her house payments and moved into a small rental. She found out little bro was living with me. She said that she also wanted to move in, but take the room he's using and kick him out to my living room sofa bed. On top of that, she said to split the cost of living as 50, me, 30, bro, 20, her. She said that's all she could afford right now. When we three talked about it, he said he's fine moving to the sofa bed as long as she does the majority of the chores while she's looking for work. They got into an argument because sis didn't want that and insisted that we get an equal amount of chores. I tried to mediate at first, saying that if she wants equal chores, she should be the one sleeping on the sofa bed since she'd technically be paying less than him. But she's saying that we're both being unfair because she's unemployed and can't pay more than that. I rolled my eyes at her and snapped, wow, so nice of you to talk about equality when you've always been so conceited. Looks like the tides have turned. She burst into tears and called me an idiot for kicking her when she felt down enough as it is and left. Needless to say, the move-in didn't happen and we never contacted her after that. A few weeks later, mom found out about our argument. Sister called her, asking her to persuade me and told me I was a bit harsh on her because she's going through a lot right now. She also said that while it'd be better for my sister if she could move in with us so she can focus on looking for a job, she will respect my decision either way and won't force me. I'm still not keen on letting my sister move in my house, but I also feel bad for what I said to her during our argument and am wondering if I could have worded it differently and had not kicked her down as she said. So, am I the idiot? Not the idiot, your house, your rules. You don't owe her a free ride, you don't owe her an easy out. Being her sister does not entitle her to walk all over you. She needed it pointed out that she can give a crap but not take it, although I don't think you actually insulted her, frankly, just pointed out her failing. If you do decide to take her in later, please put your rent agreement in writing and have her sign it. She sounds like the type to wheedle and nudge things bit by bit to where she wants them. Not the idiot. All you said was the truth. Seems like she can dish out the attitude, but she can't take it. Just because she is family doesn't mean you owe her any favors, plus rather than being appreciative of the possible support you might have given her, she's acting like she's the one who's calling the shots. With her entitled attitude even before she has moved in, I do not see it going well. If you did allow her to, she would be a disruptive and negative influence. There goes your comfortable and respectful dynamic. Not the idiot. Let mom know this is an opportunity to stop enabling. Mom should now step back and let life teach your sister what she was unable to. Mom is setting you up for misery because it lessens her own anxiety. You had enough of this dynamic as a child, no. You'd instantly regret suffering your sister's toxic presence in close quarters. She's already brought chaos. Do not invite this insulting, arrogant, entitled brat into your home. Your life will screw. Don't doubt your reality. You are clearly not the idiot. A friend of mine, or so I thought, is getting married soon to his longtime girlfriend, and for whatever reason, I am the lone man out. Me and this guy weren't just acquaintances, we were friends and all of our friends are best friends. We live together, we party together, and I helped him at any moment he has needed it, big or small. Not only that but me and his brother are really close too. So it's odd to me that all of our friends are not just invited, but are his best men. I don't even get an invite. In fact, forget the invite, he's never to my face said he's actually getting married, and neither has his girlfriend who I thought I was cool with, but I think now I know I'm not. I can't even hang out with my boys right now because they are all excited about this big thing in my friend's life and they talk about all the fun they are going to have, etc., at his wedding. I just end up leaving because it ends up making my blood boil and everyone is just ignoring the fact that I don't even matter enough for a "hey, I'm getting married, sorry I can't fit everyone in." Would I be the idiot for cutting my losses and taking the hint? The only thing is when I cut people off I completely cut them off, so I might lose others because of this too, but I feel like the disrespect is eating away at me. It hurts that I invest so much into my friends and someone doesn't even have the balls to tell me to my face that I'm not invited, which I was fine with for a while. All I ever do is try to make sure my team is always on the up and up, but it feels like I get taken advantage of way too often and I put up with it. Maybe I'm overreacting and I'm making this about me during a crucial time in his life. I cut my brother out of my life for pretty much the same thing. Guy was the closest one in my family, we were just 2 years apart and actually got along great. Shared a bedroom growing up. When he finished high school we moved into an apartment together. We hung out so much. Didn't get an invite to his wedding, and when I pulled him aside and asked why, he told me his girlfriend, wife, didn't like me. I argued that she needed to get over that because we're about to be family. He told me to cool it and that it was her wedding and 100% about her. Haven't spoken to him in coming up on 4 years now. Not the idiot. I would seriously rethink not just the one getting married, but all of them. It's one thing to make concessions here and there as you get older, everyone has more commitments, more relationships, circumstances change, etc. For all of your friends to not only talk about the wedding, but not even make a big deal about why you aren't invited, would certainly make me question all of those relationships. Also, I worry about your friend. The woman who holds a grudge for 6 years over something as petty as how you got to know each other doesn't exactly signify a long and happy marriage to come. Not the idiot. The marriage will fail, your friend will someday need something from you. Being a successful person myself, I know what it's like to have people come around rattling the tin cup and you can be like, nope. No reason to formally stop being friends with him, but it sounds like Wifezilla won't want you around anyway, so you don't really need to say anything. Maybe one day she will actually be in a position to need something from you, and being able to say, I don't think so, will say all that needs to be said. He who laughs last and all. So my boyfriend, 25, and I, 25, have been together for 6 months. When talking about New Year's resolutions, he mentioned that he'd like us to move in together at some point this year. I thought this was very sweet, so in the past few days, we've discussed the logistics of what that transition would entail. Because of the pandemic, I lost my job, service industry, and had to move back home with my mom, while he, software developer, has kept his job and income, just works from home now. As we live in the suburb of a larger city in the United States with major dining restrictions, I don't see myself being able to go back to my normal work until the COVID crisis is over. So, I figured maybe I'd just move into his one big room apartment with him. He, however, says he'd rather have 2 big rooms to give us more space for if we want time apart while living together. I see no problem with this. I figured maybe we could turn the extra room into an entertainment room or some other kind of chill room, so one person can be in the living room or bedroom and the other can be in the spare room. The problem came when I brought this up to him, and he said that he would want the spare room to be his office, man cave. I said, okay, no problem, but if the extra room is specifically going to be your space, I don't think we should go 50-50 on rent. The more I thought about it, he makes a lot more money than I did when I was employed, think 40k versus 70k, so I said going 50-50 on rent doesn't make sense anyway. He said that it was ridiculous and that in an equal partnership, we should contribute equally. He also said that because we'd be looking for a place with a bigger kitchen than his current tiny kitchen and I enjoy cooking, that's equivalent to his man cave. I disagreed because the only time I cook is to make both of us food, so just making me a little more comfortable without running into things isn't the same as having a whole room just to myself. I haven't thought of what I'd consider being a fair percentage of who should pay how much of rent, but am I the idiot for insisting he should pay more? Not the idiot. And he did not just tell you that the kitchen, where food for both of you needs to be prepared, is your space. that a nice second room that he plans on having for himself is somehow equivalent. This is not reasonable. The space and the circumstances for both of you in this arrangement are not equal, and so the contribution from both parties should, arguably, reflect that. I would definitely come to an agreement before any contract is signed. Not the idiot. I can tell there are a lot of people on this thread who have never lived with a partner. An equal partnership is not just about how the bills get paid. It is incredibly rare for both parties to have the same income at the same time, and unfair if there is a large disparity to expect the lower earning partner to cover half the bills. You're supposed to love each other and be in it together. When your significant other is out of work due to a global pandemic, you're going to demand they pay half of everything. Enjoy staying single. Not the idiot, but you should go in looking at splitting the bills 50-50 and adjust accordingly. As for the kitchen is the same as a man cave, that's crap. The kitchen is a common space and is in no way equivalent to actual personal space. Also, the kitchen comment makes me think he definitely just wants you to move in so he can have someone take care of him. And also, unless you're in a situation where you need to move out, don't take up a major expense without a job to pay for it. Your savings runs dry fast when you don't have money coming in. I have never used this site before, but my daughter uses it pretty regularly and suggested that I post here. I have a daughter and a stepson who I will call Carly and Kyle, Carly 15 and Kyle 18. They have never been particularly close. Kyle tends to avoid me and Carly like the plague. He hasn't bothered ever trying to build a relationship with us. I have been with Kyle's dad since the kids were 10 and 13. Due to some personal troubles which I'll not go too into detail about, Kyle stays with his dad, though his mother will visit fairly regularly and they are in constant contact. She, of course, believes me to be an idiot in this situation. Kyle has stayed in the attic since I knew him. His parents had the attic converted into a proper bedroom for him when he was around 9 or 10. It is an absolutely stunning room. Plenty of space, nice furniture, and it is currently inhabited by several dressmaking dummies as he is studying fashion at university. Lately, Carly has asked me if she can stay with me full time. She and her dad are just not getting on, and she'd prefer living with me. Her dad is absolutely fine with this as he was never really good with her in the first place. This means that the majority of Carly's things will be at our place. She has a lot more things than Kyle and would most likely need more space. That's why I thought it'd be a better idea to have Kyle move into Carly's slightly smaller bedroom downstairs and Carly can move into the attic bedroom. I even offered to pay for whatever Kyle wants for his new bedroom regarding wallpaper, paint, posters, etc., as I know it is a bit of a change for him. Kyle is not a fan of the idea and has been complaining about how he needs the space to work on his university projects. I told him that he is more than welcome to use the dining room as we rarely ever use it and we can clean out one of the storage cupboards to store the dummies in. Kyle's partner is also not a fan of this, though I am almost 100% sure that this is just because, in the attic bedroom, they can do what teenagers do without interruption. I think that Kyle is being a bit overdramatic about this as I'm not kicking him out into the street, just into a smaller bedroom, which I have offered to decorate for him. His father is not completely sold on the idea but is slowly coming around. He also thinks that Kyle is being a bit dramatic regarding the room situation. Kyle's mother and girlfriend and of course Kyle himself all think that I'm being an idiot. Am I the idiot? You're the idiot. This is Kyle's personal space. It's what he knows, it's where he feels comfortable and safe. You're taking that away from him to give it to your daughter. You say that you're not close. I'm not surprised, there's obvious favoritism here and it's just going to drive an even larger wedge between everyone. Put your daughter in the smaller room, leave Kyle his own space and freedom. And if she has too much stuff, she either needs to get rid of it or those storage cupboards can be cleared out and the dining room utilized for her instead. You're the idiot. The attic room is his room. Your daughter is not more important than Kyle, WTF. If she has too much stuff, then it's time to get rid of some stuff. You don't get to force somebody out of their bedroom to accommodate material objects. Not to mention, Kyle is the eldest. Traditionally, the older sibling will get a bigger space. You really need to take a good look at how you are prioritizing your daughter here, even if that's not the message you are intending to send, it's clearly what's going on. You're the idiot. This has been his room since before you moved there and was specifically converted into a room for him by his parents. This room has nothing to do with you. He is older than your daughter, and since he has a partner, he does have the right to privacy with them. Also, why would you not want them to do what teenagers do without interruption? Have you been wanting to interrupt them? If you have been playing favorites like this since you came into his life, then I am not surprised that he doesn't want to have much to do with you. I'm the oldest daughter of 3 children and have always given my parents money. My parents are both retired. They have savings, private pensions, which I helped organize, and a state pension. The mortgage is paid so they have no major expenses now. My mom has always relied on me to contribute to the household since I started working. My dad has not always had a steady income. The additional has kept the debt collectors away many times. The money is now a significant amount of my income, which has meant I've not done things I want to do like traveling as I can't afford it. I have told both parents I can't keep helping out, and in 2019 I started to reduce my monthly transfers. Towards the end of each month, I would get a call requesting money for essentials as they have run out, which isn't making sense. They should have enough. I officially stopped transfers in December 2019. In February I had my second child and want a year away from work to enjoy my family. My parents are happy about my growing family as they love their grandchildren, but they still make requests for me to buy them things, as if nothing has changed. They don't request cash but groceries, ask me to pay a bill online, Amazon items, etc. It all adds up to a few hundred, which is less than I have previously paid. The day my mum called me with her latest request, I said she would need to send me money to cover it, and she said as her oldest child, I need to look after my parents. I stuck to my guns and said I would need the money as I'm not working, and she told me to forget it. Hung up. Now my folks aren't picking up the phone or responding to messages. I've been helping out for the last 15 years. I just can't afford it anymore. Am I the idiot for no longer financially supporting my parents? Their parents have savings, they have both a private pension and a state pension, and they have no mortgage. How the hell do they claim to not have enough money to get by? OP, stick to your guns here. I don't know their financial circumstances, but if they can't make ends meet with 2 kinds of pension as well as savings, especially when they don't even have mortgage repayments, then that's on them. Maybe you could sit down with them and go through their outgoings and try and figure out a financial plan. But you're absolutely right to stop giving them money, they need to learn to manage it better. Not the idiot. You have enabled your parents long enough. They own a home free and clear and have pensions. They need to learn to budget and be responsible, but have never had to because you always saved the day. But it is not fair to you, your spouse, or your children to continue. If you need help sticking to your guns, think of everything your children could have with the money you send your parents: university savings, music lessons, sports clubs, even saving for your retirement, so you won't burden your own children. Not the idiot. I've heard this is more common in certain cultures, but I haven't experienced this and I'm American. My boyfriend's family is Thai, and he is under a lot of pressure from his family to send his parents money as their son and as the oldest. But if you can't afford it, you simply can't. As you have a very clear picture of their finances and know they are comfortable, you should feel no obligation, especially since you're not working. 100% not the idiot.